and right now I'm working on my senior piece called Doll Up. My dance is about the cultural contrast that I've experienced between Japan's conformity and America's individualism. This is inspired by my background of being born in Japan and being raised there till I was 10 years old, and then moving to the US, which was a big culture shock for me. And my grandparents used to have these Japanese dolls when I was little. Whenever I came over, they would have to put it away because I would find them really creepy. And now that I'm reflecting back, what I found creepy about it had to do with the fact that they're so perfect and they all look the same. My piece is about breaking that perfectionist instinct that we all have and accepting who you are. First, I would come into the studio and I spend some time visualizing the shapes and formations of the dancers. So I would draw formations, like little circles, and then I would come up with some phrase work. Sometimes if I run out of ideas, I just see shapes in the room and I get inspiration from what's actually physically around me. And then I would come into the studio having some idea in terms of choreography, but then I test it out with dancers, and if they have input or ideas, I also collaborate with dancers that way. In terms of the process, because I had 4 dancers, I could really focus on what each dancer brought to the table, and I had rehearsal every single day, back to back, which was different because initially I would only have rehearsals once a week, and then I had a whole week to prepare. But because I didn't have as much time leading up to the next rehearsal, I felt I was generating more materials in the space. I realized that I like this process more because I would come in and I would be more open-minded to what was going on in the room. The dancers really influenced how I approached rehearsals. I think it made the piece more meaningful also to the dancers and not just molding them into my vision, which really was what my dance was about, highlighting that unique qualities that each dancer brings to the table and their personalities really shine through. So the idea with the costume is that they all are wearing colorful leotards under to show their unique qualities that they have inside of them, which is being suppressed because of the shot, representing the cultural expectations. And gradually throughout the piece, they each have their moments take it off. And I also played with the concept of what it means to really not conform, and then when this dancer breaks out of the conformity, I had everyone almost ostracize her or stare at her in judgment. At the beginning, they have this belt that you wear under a kimono, and that's another layer that they have to strip away. The shawl is actually, I wanted to make it look like a kimono, so they have a little sleeves under. And the colors, I just really wanted to give off creepy vibes to remember how it felt scary seeing the dolls growing up. The first section of the piece, I actually composed it myself. So I found the sound that you do in a meditation bowl. So I capture the sound of it in different lengths, and I just layered it together on iMovie. The second song, I layered Bach, which is an opera song, and I just feel the vocal sounds very almost choking. So that's the part where the dancers feel suffocated and the pressure to conform. And then I layered it with Run by Ryuichi Sakamoto, which is a very staccato music, and I just thought that contrasting soundscape actually worked well. The staccato rhythm, I feel represents how dolls are very sharp and rigid. And then the last song is Bulgarian Chicken. And this is actually a song that my old teacher from home used. Well, when I was younger, he would use it for dancers that I would like, look up to, and I just associate the song with freedom and passion. And I think it worked well with this part of the dance that breaks out of conformity. Next week we're going into our tech, and I have 2 more rehearsals with my dancers. I just had a meeting with my lighting designer, so I get to see how the piece looks like with full lighting and costume for tech. And then we go into show day, so we have 3 nights of showing, and I'm really excited to see how this piece looks like and how it all comes together. Every dancer that I work with means so much to me, and they spend so many hours and they've worked so hard just to be in my choreography, and it's an honor I get to work with these people. I'm so excited to see what they all do next. So my dream after graduation is to join a dance company and tour different places and meet people from all over the world. My goal eventually is to do a company tour to Japan. I think it'd be so nice if my grandparents got to see me dance. My grandparents have supported me virtually, so they have seen my live stream, but they've actually never seen me dance in person since I was like a little girl. I would want them to see how I dance now and how much I've grown.